playing my position, I'm about to get it. Now ain't no one. Not tonight though. Hey, I'm only here for a minute. Bet you want a girl to keep it independent, and I know you gotta like a girl that's this appealing. Get you caught up in the moment, then I'll get you in your feelings. Tell your boys that you gon' meet them later on. Both of us are so taxi, leave the meter on. First time you out in Cali, never tried no this strong, so you gon' have some stories to tell when you take it back home and tell them one time, Snowy always showed you what it's like. Leave you sleepy like the call the umpire.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Falcons going up against the Cowboys. So the time has come. Let's send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys. We begin the next half-century of Super Bowls to a strobe of flashes. Super Bowl 51 from Houston is underway. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. They come out here in the eye.
Right 20.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's Romo now on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Jason Witten, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. Romo looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's caught by Beasley. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a
to throw on 2nd down is Romo. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. 23 yards on the play.
almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But
into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
After the interception, here's Ryan. They've got his man complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well. Showed it right there. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down. To throw again is Ryan. This will be caught at about the 5. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Catches as we just saw him do there because well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off. And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge. And as a coach, you hate. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman from 4 yards out. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked. When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who is open. And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. That time a 6-play drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover? The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone. It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go. You love pressure. I love it. We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Now Ryan. He's going to let this one go deep.
Incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play.
They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. And he's got Sanu. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A big 30-yard play on third.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. They go play action here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way down. It's caught inside the 25. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
I don't want to downplay the run, but that's exactly what I expected out of him coming out of college. When I look back at my draft analysis, one of the highest-rated players on my board, a 3-down back who can do everything. And one of the best parts of his game is what he does when he doesn't have the football, because he carries it really well, but he blocks equally as well as pass protects for his quarterback. I think he's going to be special.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, it can only help your offense.
Back to throw. Romo. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. That's connection numero uno. Tony Romo going to Desmond Damon Bryant.
And how about the chemistry those two have built up over the years? You know, everybody always sees Dez as being so demonstrative on the sidelines, like he's upset about things. He just wants his quarterback to know he wants the ball, and he's going to make plays for him.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw on 2nd down is Romo. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Good. Pick up there, 20 yards. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Super Bowl 51 after this. A reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. This will be caught at about the 6. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Romo. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, I can see he's looked pretty good to this point.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now it's Ryan. He sets to fire. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They give him a gain of 37. Well, last drive.
Because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Here's Ryan. He's going to go up top again. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, 39 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Here we go. 20.
On 2nd and 10, Romo. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 3rd and 2, it's Romo. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Let's go now.
They're going to go for it. It's Romo. He completes it to Bryant. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. One man in the backfield, Elliott. Romo now to throw it. And now for the 3rd time, Romo intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They come up in an offset eye. To throw is Ryan. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So as the set is... Do you seriously just skip the halftime of the Super Bowl? Who does that? It's a Super Bowl. Watch the halftime show. All right, here we go. 3rd quarter action now. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups.
He's got a man complete. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. 47 yards. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones, 35 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Here's Bryant for the extra point. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Now here's the Falcons defense getting set to go again. And the interception the last time, their third takeaway of the game, Charles.
They're just flocking to the football so well. And not only are they doing that, they're making big-time plays and taking it away from them. Big hits, big plays. They're looking very good in this ballgame.
You said flocking, flying to the football. Coaches always use that, don't they?
They really do. It's almost, it goes back to the old, when they click off the frame at the end of a play, they want to see all 11 defensive guys in that picture.
2nd and 10. Romo once more. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So here we go. 1st and 10 now.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out. And it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going in. Being chased out left. Now Romo hit, and he loses the football. He had it jarred out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion.
Let's go now. Right 18. Right 18.
Downfield, those guys made that play possible.
From the gun, here's Romo. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Cowboys get a bit closer.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
A drive that time of 6 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Jacob Tamme, 83 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now. And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Prescott on 3rd and 2. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. One man in the backfield, Elliott. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And it's 3rd down. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Prescott yet again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense, finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now back onto the field. Here comes the Cowboys defense. They're hoping to keep this margin right where it is, trailing 3rd quarter. Don't want to get down anymore.
You're exactly right. They're in no position to give up any more points. They have to keep it in a spot where if their offense does catch a spark and get hot, they've got a chance to come back and win this game.
I guess the word manageable, you always want to keep it manageable, right?
Make sure that the game doesn't get away, and mentally you look up at the scoreboard and say, there's no chance of us coming back.
23 yards on the play. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Give them 13 on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Cowboys.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
When you hear screen, screen, screen on defense, that's a little bit scary because you know a big play might result.
He was so ready to get to part 2 of the screen, he forgot part 1, couldn't get the ball.
Here we go.
On second down, Prescott again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. After the interception, here's Ryan. He's got time. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now Ryan on second down. Flushed out right. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. And quickly, they get to the line. On first down, Ryan. He's going to wind up in it, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. Falcons. Mohamed Sanu, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's going to let it go again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Prescott from the gun on third. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Help me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Dez.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here, they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, this is great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Again, Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. So they're going to go for 2. To throw for him is Ryan. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Bryce Butler, 51 yards. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to 20. One play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. So this is now the 4th time in the last 6 Super Bowls that we've had a safety. Obviously, that's strange when you figure during the regular season, on average, you'll see a safety about once every 14 games. So an oddity here, to say the least. So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
And now here come the Cowboys. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a desperate trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Ryan, he's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 54 yards. And they're going to speed things up here. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Jacob Tammy, there. And now it's second down. Second and 10. It's Ryan again. Now he's going the other way. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And now it's third down. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Coleman now. And his first carry, he loses the football. And he is going to recover his own fumble, but boy, a big loss on this play. Wow. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. Trying to lay one up deep. And it is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. Well, Charles, I guess the only thing I can think there is they've got a 3-score lead, and they're saying, well, we're not going to lose this, so let's have some fun. I don't know why you go for it.
I think that's as good an explanation as any, and we all know that certain coaches are more aggressive than others. That call to me, the fantasy people loved it, right? Anybody who's going to touch the ball, gain yards.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys cut into that lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. In trouble, and the ball's out. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. And all of a sudden, we've got a ball game. They get the touchdown, then on the kickoff, they get another touchdown, picking up the fumble, taking it to the house in just a matter of moments. 2 quick scores, Charles.
Every time we start to neglect special teams and big plays that occur.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Courtney Upshaw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the inability there to get the 2-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff. Got to be careful. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was.
So many times during the course of a game, Brandon, the special teams actually helps out their offense. Not in this case. They did them zero favors with that return.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Now Ryan. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. So this is now the 4th time in the last 6 Super Bowls that we've had a safety. Obviously, that's strange when you figure during the regular season, on average, you'll see a safety about once every 14 games. So an oddity here, to say the least. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And it's over. The Lombardi Trophy belongs to the Falcons. Yes, the Atlanta Falcons are the Super Bowl champions. Remarkable of ways they get to put next.